Hi, my name is Ashley Harrison and I wanted to talk to you today about how companies price their products. One of the most important things that you will do in a business is pricing products correctly. If this is done right, then your business will be more likely to grow and become successful. There is no one formula or method that you can do to set prices, but there are a few strategies that can be used in combination when setting your product price. One of the first things that you must realize as a business owner is that you are in business to make a profit. So you must make enough money from selling your product to cover costs, make a profit, and expand the business. You should also know the exact cost of running your business. You need to know this so that you can cover your costs and overhead. You also need to know exactly how much it costs to make your product so that you can factor in a profit. Another factor to consider when pricing a product is your target market. A great way of getting to understand your target market is by doing some market research. There are a number of ways to conduct market research, but the best way to do this is to hire a market research firm. These firms can figure out what your customers like and dislike for you. You must also take into account the locations that your product will be sold in. For example, if your product is being sold in a drugstore, it must be priced accordingly. Most people will not be willing to pay a high price for a product that is sold in a drugstore, but they would be more willing to pay a higher price for a product sold in a department store. Packaging must also be taken into consideration when pricing the product. Most customers will be willing to pay more for expensive looking packaging and will pay less for cheap looking packaging. Take a look at these two blushes. Can you tell which one comes from a department store and which one comes from the drugstore? This blush is the more expensive one and comes from the department store, and this blush is the cheaper one and comes from the drugstore. So depending on what you want to charge for your product, you have to package it accordingly. It is also very important to know your competition. One of the questions that you must ask is, can the products that your competition produces be compared to your products? If they can be compared, then you can use your competition's pricing as a starting point to price your product. If your product is of a higher quality than your competitors, then you can charge a higher price. It is also important to know where the market is headed. You must keep track of factors that may impact demand for your product and take into consideration what your competitors might do if and when you introduce your product into the market. Thank you.